Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Alyssa. I make lifestyle and motherhood videos here on this channel. I also do educational videos and some vlogs and also some singing covers. So if you like that kind of content, be sure to subscribe. We'd love to have you here. And if you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back today. So in today's video, I am going to talk to you guys about our trying to conceive journey, our TTC update, TTC, trying to conceive, in case you're wondering. There you have it. So I want to talk to you about this because I have kind of let you guys in on the fact, if you've been following me, that you know my husband and I have been trying for quite a bit over a year for baby number 2. We have a 2.5-year-old beautiful daughter, Annabella, but we've been trying for our second and it just hasn't been successful. And so we kind of let you guys in on that because it's been a struggle for us. And so I want to talk to you about my recent appointment at the fertility doctor and just how that went, because I mentioned in my video when I told you guys about it that I was going to get checked to make sure that everything was okay with me. So today is a TTC update. If you are not into this, I'm gonna let you know right now, it might be a little bit of TMI in this video because we're talking about trying to conceive, we're talking about babies and pregnancy and bodily things. So if you're not interested in our TTC journey, no offense taken, it's okay. I will not be offended if you click off, and you might wanna click off if you don't like TMI videos. Okay, sorry, my guide dog is moving over on the bed. If you did not know, I am totally blind. Not that you need to know that for this video, but now you know. Okay, so I've got my cup of tea here. It's my wild berry zinger tea. I'm gonna take a little sip. Okay, now we'll get going with our discussion. Okay, so we went to the fertility doctor. I actually first went about 3 weeks ago and got my first consultation, and the fertility specialist got to know me and just got to know, what's going on, what my story was and everything. And she took some blood work and I had an ultrasound the following week because she just kind of wanted to get a look at my uterus and my levels of all my hormones just to see like why I'm not getting pregnant, because, it was kind of a mystery. So, because I've been pregnant twice before, actually, because if you didn't know, we've been pregnant before Annabella and we lost that dear sweet baby, and then we got pregnant with her a year after that. So really this is going to be our third pregnancy if it happens. So it's just kind of crazy that I wasn't getting pregnant. So we talked to her, I got my ultrasound done, and actually during the ultrasound, my ultrasound tech discovered a cyst on my ovary, and she let me know about it. And I did not know that I had an ovarian cyst. I've never had one before. So that was very interesting to me. I was like, I wonder, if that has anything to do with it. And she wasn't sure because she's just an ultrasound tech. So, she told me my doctor would let me know. So anyways, I had that ultrasound done, and I also had blood work. I was tested, like I said, for hormone levels. I was tested for anemia because I've had that in the past. I was tested for my thyroid levels because, if you didn't know, I am actually missing half my thyroid because in 2019 I had a tumor removed. So they checked the levels on that to make sure that was okay. So I just got a lot of work done. And then basically a few days ago, I went and saw the doctor for the results of all of those things that we had done. So basically, Richard, my husband, also came with me and, was my support and everything. And so I just had a feeling, and I remember when I first told you guys about the fact that we were struggling to get pregnant, I remember saying that I just had a feeling that something was off with me, that something wasn't right. And I've always had that feeling ever since like 6 months into our journey. And it actually turns out that when you are trying for the second time, I'll start with this. When you're trying to get pregnant for the first time, usually fertility doctors won't see you until after you've been trying for a year because it's normal for it to take that long. But when you try for baby number 2, my fertility doctor was saying that she recommends being seen after 6 months. So if you haven't gotten pregnant after 6 months, usually there's something wrong. So I just knew. And so anyways, when I saw her the other day, she informed me that my blood work, everything was pretty good. I am anemic, like I thought, so we're getting that taken care of. And she actually had to test my blood for a few more things that she wasn't sure about, but nothing serious, just a couple little things. But she actually noticed from my ultrasound that I have what's called polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is funny because I've heard of PCOS many times, but I never thought I had it, because when I got pregnant the 2 times before, it just never seemed to be an issue for me to get pregnant. I mean, it was a little bit of a struggle after the miscarriage, but I thought that was just because of like hormones and all of that. So anyway, she informed me that I do have a mild case of PCOS. And usually PCOS is a pretty serious thing, and it causes women to not be able to get pregnant usually. Like their chances are very low if they have PCOS. Now, I'm sure women do get pregnant with it, but it's very hard to get pregnant with PCOS. So when I heard that, I was like freaking out a little bit, but she's like, don't worry, your case is mild. So basically what PCOS is, if you don't know, it's like an ovulatory disorder. So what happens is your cycles can be irregular, which mine are, I mean, I get a menstruation cycle, menstruation every month. Like my period comes every month, but it's not always 28 days. Sometimes it's 29, sometimes it's 35, 36, 30, it varies. And so that's a sign of PCOS. And also, it's an ovulatory thing, meaning that you don't ovulate properly, which interestingly, I take ovulation tests every month. So I thought that I was ovulating because I would get the positive ovulation test, but it turns out that those can actually, your body can think it's ovulating, or like the hormones are there, but it's not actually ovulating. So basically I have not been ovulating correctly, probably since I got pregnant with Annabella, because obviously I ovulated correctly that time. So I don't know, I'm not sure, but that's what's been going on. I'm gonna get a sip of tea because this is very long-winded already. Such good tea. If you haven't had wild berry tea with a little sugar in it, really, really good. And it's caffeine free because it's nighttime. So anyway, guys, thank you if you're sticking with me on this long-winded update. But so all that to say, I do have PCOS. Now, she also said that the cyst on my ovary was due to endometriosis, which runs in my family, and it's not serious. You can get pregnant easily with endometriosis, but that's what my cyst was from. So she's like, we need to keep an eye on that. If you have like pelvic pain, then we'll take care of it. But if you don't, it's probably fine. So the cyst is nothing to worry about, praise the Lord. But yeah, the PCOS worried me, but she assured me that there's nothing to be concerned about, that she's going to basically start me on treatment to help my body ovulate correctly. So this is where the exciting part comes in, guys. So basically, all this to say, I had been put on a pretty intense fertility treatment plan for a little while just to see what happens. And I'm not going to go into all the details of this just because some of the stuff is personal, and I mean, I'm going to share this journey with you, but there is some things that I won't share. But I'll share as much as I'm comfortable with, and enough that you'll know what's going on. So basically, I was put on a medication for just a short period of time to help me to, I guess she said, like, what it is to grow up eggs. So it's a medication that essentially just helps you grow mature eggs. And so that's the medication she put me on. And then after I'm done with that medication cycle, after a little time has passed, I'm going to have an ultrasound done to see if I have ovulated yet and see how those eggs are maturing. And if I have ovulated, then we're good to go, if you know what I mean. If I have not, which I don't think I will, because something with PCOS is that if you do ovulate, it's very late in your cycle. So like right before you start. So you don't have enough time to for anything to happen. So if I don't ovulate in time, I'm going to have to, Richard is going to have to give me a shot in my stomach. Guys, seriously, I'm scared. He'll do fine, but I'm going to be nervous. So it's basically a shot that will tell my body to ovulate. It'll force it into ovulation, which is good because my body needs to do that and it's not doing what it's supposed to do. So I will have that shot and then I will ovulate, and it might just make it easier with some of the medication and the shot. So we're just going to try this. It's not as intense of a treatment as I thought I would need. So I'm grateful for that, but it's a treatment, and there has been success with it with people, so I'm excited about that, but we don't know. There's also not been success with it. It may not work, and that's okay. I'm learning that no matter what happens, I'm always trusting the Lord, and I'm learning how to do that more, but I'm trusting his timing that even with this treatment, it may not happen, and that's okay. But we're excited because now we have some hope and we have a little, like a plan moving forward. So I'm really, really excited about that. And I just wanted to update you all because you guys saw a couple of months ago, I posted a pregnancy test result, or was that last month? I don't even know, where it was negative. And I showed you how I take a pregnancy test by myself as a blind mom. Because I don't want my husband to test with me because I want to surprise him when the time comes and tell him that we're pregnant. So that's my dream. So I test by myself. So I showed you guys that in one of my videos and you got to see my reaction when it was negative. And it's hard because I get negative tests every month. I got 2 negatives this past month. And I thought I was pregnant because my cycles are long sometimes and it was late, like very late. And so I really thought I was pregnant. So this is hard. It's definitely not an easy journey. And so there's some hard moments that, I'm letting you guys in on. I'm letting you know that it's not easy. So I will share with you as much as I can. There's some things that, like I said, I will not share because they're just too raw and too hard, but I just appreciate those of you who've been following along. And I know that I haven't updated much lately about this, but this is very new, this treatment that we're going to try. So I'm really excited. And I hope you guys will continue to follow our journey, and I'll update periodically. There's a train going by, I'm sorry. It happens, we got trains a lot over here. But I will update you guys periodically about how that's going as much as I can during the process. It's definitely gonna be a tiring process. Like I'm already super tired. I actually started treatment and I'm pretty tired right now just because, some of the medications, and she also put me on Sudafed, which is funny. Just to bring down my prolactin levels, which is basically what makes breast milk, because I just weaned my daughter like 2 months ago. So she put me on that, and I've been so exhausted the last couple of days taking that. So it's been hard, but it's so worth it, you guys. So every symptom that I feel, every mood swing, every bit of exhaustion, it's all worth it, and I'm really excited. So thank you for listening to this long update about our TTC journey and our update about trying to conceive our sweet baby that is hopefully to come, Lord willing. And like I said, we'll keep you updated, and I hope to have an update for you soon, but we will see. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this update, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below, anything I didn't answer for you, and if I'm comfortable, I will answer it for you. So thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate your support, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.